Hey guys, in this video we're gonna talk about Bangkok. It is one of Asia's most cosmopolitan cities, with magnificent temples and palaces, hot weather all year round, and a vibrant nightlife that has something for everyone. When you arrive in Bangkok, you'll be immediately confronted by the heat, the pollution, the flamboyant culture, and the irresistible smiles that accompany many Thais. Bangkok is the capital and the most populous city of Thailand, with a population of 8.3 million. The city is located in the Chao Phraya Delta in central Thailand. Bangkok has been named the world's most visited city in 2016, according to several rankings. It's a cosmopolitan city that is home to 500,000 expatriates from Asian countries, 88,000 from Europe, and 32,000 from the Americas. Like most of Thailand, Bangkok has a tropical savanna climate. November till February is probably the best time to visit because it's the coolest and driest period, and the wet season runs from May till October, and extreme rainfall happens in September and October, so that is obviously the worst time to visit. There are many ways to get around the city. Meter taxis are a quick and comfortable way to get from point A to point B, but be warned that Bangkok taxi drivers are notorious for finding ways to run up the fare for foreigners. Insist that the meter is used. An alternative to using a conventional taxi would be applications like Grab, which is a popular ride-hailing app in Asia. These applications make taxi rides more straightforward, less prone to scams, and often a bit cheaper. What would Bangkok be without tuk-tuks? Most of the times, these three-wheeled vehicles are not worth the price because if the traffic is bad, you're still gonna be stuck in it. But it can be an enjoyable ride for people who come to Thailand for the first time. Better agree on the price beforehand, or you may end up paying 4 or 5 times more than what you normally would. When traffic slows down to a crawl and there are no mass transit alternatives for your destination, the fastest mode of transportation is a motorbike taxi. Just remember that motorcycle accidents are brutally common here. So if you want clean, cheap, and well-organized public transportation, then BTS SkyTrain and MRT subway is the way to go. They will take you most places in central Bangkok for a few dollars, including the major airport. BTS SkyTrain has 2 elevated lines that run through the newer parts of the city, connecting many popular attractions, restaurants, shopping areas, nightlife spots, and accommodations. The BTS soars across the congested streets below, helping you beat the traffic. And most importantly, it's air-conditioned. The MRT is Bangkok's subway system that serves more than 420,000 passengers each day. Although much diminished from its past prominence, water-based transport still plays an important role in Bangkok and the immediate upstream and downstream provinces. Several water buses serve commuters daily. Bangkok is a very popular tourist destination. A ride on the Chao Phraya River should be high on any tourist agenda. The cheapest and the most popular option is the Chao Phraya Express boat, plying up and down the river with stops at most of Rattanakosin's, Bangkok Old City's major attractions. In addition to the workaday express boat, there is also a blue-flagged tourist boat which stops at different subset of piers and offers commentary in English. Some of the best-known sites in Bangkok are the Grand Palace. The Grand Palace is a complex of buildings at the heart of Bangkok. This palace has been the official residence of the kings of Siam since 1782. The king, his court, and his royal government were based on the grounds of the palace until 1925. Another famous temple is Wat Arun, and Wat in Thai means a temple. Wat Arun is a Buddhist temple also known as the Temple of Dawn. Sitting majestically on the Thunburi side of the Chao Phraya River, the legendary Wat Arun is one of the most striking riverside landmarks of Bangkok. Wat Phra, commonly known in English as the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, is regarded as the most sacred Buddhist temple in Thailand. Asiatic is a large open-air mall. It occupies the former docks of the East Asiatic Company. It has successfully combined two of the most popular shopping experiences in the city, a night bazaar and a mall. Open from 5 p.m., it's a pleasant place to spend the evening. You'll have good fun browsing the boutiques. And you're guaranteed to find something you would like to eat. Because it's so hot outside all the time, people love to spend time at the shopping malls. In the Thai capital, retail spaces are famed for being dazzlingly over the top, featuring everything from gardens and waterfalls to Michelin-starred restaurants and even parking lots with designated supercar zones. One of the most famous shopping malls is the MBK Center. It's a large shopping mall with more than 2,000 shops, restaurants, and service outlets. Central World is another popular shopping mall. It's actually the 11th largest shopping mall in the world. It's also one of the best places to spot a celebrity in Bangkok. Outside, there are lots of street food stalls where you can try some local food and exotic fruit. And there's even 2 Hindu shrines located at the northeast corner of the mall. Some other popular malls are Siam Paragon, Terminal 21, the M Quartier, Emporium. Bangkok's biggest new attraction is Icon Siam. This shopping mall opened to the public in November 2018. Built at a cost of 1.6 billion, Bangkok's Icon Siam is a 750,000 square meter riverside complex made up of retail, dining, entertainment, and residential spaces. It's been called the mother of all malls, and it does challenge the already impressive retail palaces present in downtown Bangkok. With 500 shops and 100 restaurants from more than 30 countries, the scale of Icon Siam is unrivaled in the Thai capital. Icon Siam features more cool and high-end brands and a beautiful riverside location with views of downtown Bangkok. There are also 2 residential towers. In case you wonder, a 2-bedroom unit in the towers start at $1 million. Another great option to get away from the heat of the city is to go to the wonderful Lumpini Park, located next to Lumpini MRT station. It's a pleasant park in the city, with a couple of ponds. It has several options for jogging and cycling, or just relaxing away from the traffic. But the biggest surprise awaiting you is the monitor lizards that live here. They're fascinating, and even though they pose no danger to humans, they're known to eat stray cats. Lumpini Park is a great place to unwind and slow back down. There's play areas for kids, workout areas, pedal boats on the lake, tai chi, and aerobics classes available. Jogging paths around the park total approximately 2.5 kilometers in length. Renting a car in Bangkok. Unless you love challenges, especially when you're coming from a country with the right lane traffic, Bangkok is going to be a nightmare, and it's not a good idea for most people, as you can easily waste half a day stuck in traffic just to get to the other side of the city.
So I rented this car. It's a new Mitsubishi 2018 or 19. It's really economical. As you can tell, they all come tinted, all the way black. If you're not used to driving a car with a steering wheel on the right, there's going to be a problem. You know, it's going to be very difficult for you to adjust because the driving style here is pretty chaotic.
Bangkok has good quality roads, but driving here can be a nightmare with a convoluted web of expressways and often confusing road signs. However, the proliferation of massive shopping malls means there are now places to park your car. When driving, be aware of sudden lane changes by reckless motorcyclists. Check your mirrors all the time, especially at nighttime. At one point I found myself in a situation when I needed to change lanes and I felt helpless because either direction I was trying to turn, there were motorcyclists speeding past me out of nowhere. Efforts to alleviate the traffic problem have resulted in the construction of intersection bypasses and an extensive system of elevated highways. But the city's overall traffic conditions, however, remain poor. There are 581 skyscrapers in the city that are over 90 meters high. Bangkok was ranked as the world's 8th tallest city in 2016. Average monthly salary in Bangkok is a lot higher than in the rest of Thailand, and it is around $800. Bangkok is the economic center of Thailand and the heart of the city's investment and development. In 2010, the city had an economic output of $98 billion. At one time, agriculture was the main source of generating income, but this has shifted to the manufacture of textiles, auto parts, computers, and electronics. Tourism has become an important source of revenue. MasterCard ranked Bangkok as the top destination city by international visitor arrivals in the Global Destination Cities Index 2018, even ahead of London and Paris. Although Bangkok's sex tourism scene is well known to foreigners, it's usually not openly acknowledged by locals and the government. Most people come to Bangkok arriving at Suvarnabhumi Airport, located about 25 kilometers east of downtown Bangkok. It opened in September 2006 for most domestic and international flights. Now it is one of the busiest airports in Asia. There's also Don Muan Airport, which is also international. It is the old airport and is currently used by low-cost airlines like Air Asia. These two airports are very far apart, so make sure you check which airport you're flying from. The city has long been the portal of entry of Western concepts and material goods. This is most evident in lifestyles of the expanding middle class. Conspicuous consumption serves as a display of economic and social status, and shopping centers have become popular weekend hangouts. A distinct feature of Bangkok is the ubiquity of street vendors, selling goods ranging from juice, snacks, to clothing and accessories. It has been estimated that the city may have over 100,000 hawkers. Street food is the quintessential part of the Bangkok experience. Wherever you go in the city, food stalls are plentiful, and you will find a high concentration of them in busy areas. You can try some of the most exotic tropical fruits and seafood. So this fruit, it looks like a plum, and you would think it tastes like a plum, but it actually tastes like a mango, like a mini mango. It's quite expensive too, but I really enjoyed the taste. You should try it. Modern Bangkok has developed a strong spectator sport culture. While Muay Thai, kickboxing, is still very popular, the sport has been largely overtaken in popularity by football. Several foreign leagues and competitions, especially England's Premier League, have large followings in Bangkok. The majority of country's universities are located in Bangkok. Much of Thailand's medical resources are also disproportionately concentrated in the capital. The city is surprisingly safe, except for some petty crimes. Although the crime threat in Bangkok is relatively low, non-confrontational crimes of opportunity, such as pickpocketing and purse snatches and credit card fraud, occur with frequency. One of the biggest no-nos in Bangkok is drugs. Don't do drugs and don't traffic drugs unless you want to end up in prison facing death penalty, like in the movie Bangkok Hilton. Let's take a look at some of the different parts of the city. Rattanakosin, also known as Rattanakosin Island, is the historic center of Bangkok, where most of Bangkok's must-see sites can be found, including the Grand Palace and the Wat Pho. Khao San. Khao San is the Bangkok's backpacker mecca. It has everything a budget traveler could possibly be looking for. Khao San is the backpackers' neighborhood located near the river and the palace complexes in the center, filled with dingy backpackers' accommodation and moderately priced guest houses. This is the place where most people begin and end their trip to Thailand. Lots of cheap street food, lots of tailor shops, lots of bars and restaurants, and of course, lots of massage places. Sukhumvit is both the business and the primary expat district of Bangkok. Filled with international restaurants and hotels and markets, it's a great neighborhood to wander around. It also has some great and some seedy nighttime entertainment. It is more posh than any other area of the city and can therefore be heavier on the wallet. Part of its nightlife represents Bangkok's naughty image, particularly places like Soy Cowboy and Nana Entertainment Plaza. The area around Siam Square is Bangkok's modern commercial core, full of glitzy malls and hotels. The SkyTrain intersection at Siam Square is the closest thing Bangkok has to a center. They call Bangkok a single man's paradise. One night in Bangkok was, in the words of 1985 Murray Head hit song, enough to make a hard man crumble. Bangkok has an infamous reputation for prostitution, and rightfully so. It is really in your face in certain places. The most famous or infamous area in Bangkok is the Pat Pon area, which is heavily populated by ladyboys and go-go bars. Bangkok has a vast range of accommodation, including some of the best hotels in the world, but also some of the worst ones. Most of the city's expensive hotels can be found in Siam Square, Sukhumvit, and Siloam areas. Bangkok is known for its rooftop bars. Lots of hotels, even those under $80 a night, have rooftop bars and swimming pools.
So, how much do you think I paid for this room? $100? No, not even close. I paid $32 per night. I don't know why they offer such rates, but it's unbelievable. It's on the 11th floor, you get a perfect view. I think it has something to do with Chinese New Year because every hotel is running specials on Chinese New Year, so I guess I'm lucky.
Khao San Road, on the other hand, is a totally different spot. It's the hub of backpackers visit in Bangkok. This is the place where all the cheap accommodation is available. Long story short, there's a lot to do in the city, and you're never going to get bored. There are excellent parks, gyms, restaurants, shopping malls, movie theaters, temples, rooftop bars, clubs, and the list goes on. Whatever your interests are, I'm sure you can find something in this wonderful city. You can get your clothes tailor-made for a fraction of what it would cost in Europe or America. Yeah, but what about the bad stuff? Sure, it's polluted, hot, and crowded. So drink enough fluids. There are 7-Elevens on every corner, and they sell cooled beverages for as little as 10 baht. And should I mention horrible traffic? But honestly, just under 14 degrees north of the equator, Bangkok is one of the most traveler-friendly cities in Asia. The high humidity and the warm temperatures all year round favor the growth of tropical plants. You'll find orchids and delicious fruit everywhere. So, when is your next trip to Bangkok?